Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Dashboard Fridays. I'm Adam from SquaredUp, and today I have my colleague Elliot joining me. Hey Elliot.
Hi, Adam.
Elliot works in our support team, so for any of you who are using SquaredUp and you've ever had a problem or needed to ask a question, request a feature, that kind of thing, Elliot works in the team that diligently and promptly and with excellent customer service will deal with your request. So yeah, thanks for joining me, Elliot. You've come on to talk about a dashboard you built for our recent dashboard competition. So as
Yeah,
with many of our videos recently, this really isn't your typical day at work kind of dashboard. I'll get it up on screen. Why don't you tell us a little bit about League of Legends and what you built the dashboard for?
cool. Yeah, so I think I was obviously when the sort of dashboarding competition came up, I sort of wanted to maybe do something a bit sort of unique, and I was sort of trying to think at what I could actually sort of do that would be maybe a bit different to what everyone else was doing. And yeah, I thought maybe sort of the game that I've been playing for many years now, a game called League of Legends. It's an online sort of strategy game. I thought I could possibly sort of make use of their API and sort of put in some stats and just sort of help sort of visualize some sort of bits of sort of how I've been sort of performing in the game and some sort of adjoining sort of stats as well.
Yeah, nice. Well, tell us a little bit about some of the visualizations you've used. What kind of data you're showing?
Cool. Yes, I kind of wanted to sort of make use of sort of a few of the sort of different visualizations. So I think the sort of the obvious choice for with my sort of win rate over here and the sort of kill deaths assist as well. I've sort of made use of the donut tile just to you can sort of see at a glance with the sort of numbers over. I think it looks really effective to sort of see the stats sort of at a glance. And I've got the sort of recent champions played. So this will be sort of over the last 20 games that I've played. Just sort of gives me sort of stats. So you can see that my favourite champion here is a player called Lulu. And then I've got the scalar tile here that's just showing an average of my sort of kill deaths assists, which is summarised from the KDA tile over here. We've also sort of done a server status tile, which just they've got a bunch of different sort of tiles in there with Riot, and I thought it'd be good just to sort of have a good sort of glance, and also it sort of allows us to make use of the monitor as well, just to sort of see what the status is of the server. So if there's a critical failure on any of the servers, that will sort of go to red, and if there's any warnings as well, we'll sort of get the yellow sort of visual block here. And I've got that set to if there's more than one sort of server is down, we'll sort of update the status here, and we can see it on the dashboard at the top here as well.
Nice.
The with the so with the free champion rotation, I think it was basically the game they provide a bit of a sort of few champions that are free to play without having to sort of purchase them. And I was thinking how I could sort of visualize that in a tile. So what I actually ended up doing was pulling back the list and then just associating just a number with each of those, just to so we could sort of see. So they'd equally sort of display on the donut tile here. And we sort of got the names associated around the edge as well. And then if we go down to the bottom, we could just see the sort of my matches played by date as well. So you can see sort of some days maybe playing a bit too often. But yeah, it's just good to sort of know what's when I've been playing and how that's all been going.
It's always a risk with monitoring your hobbies and interests. You suddenly start to think, "Am I spending too much time on my hobbies and interests?" I think that's fine. I think that's fine. You mentioned that the dashboard makes use of an API. Are you using the web API plugin to get this data?
Yeah, that's right. So it's actually I'm actually using the PowerShell plugin. Basically, what I found was I wasn't able to easily sort of get the stats back from the API, so I was needing to actually sort of make different calls. So I have to make a call to sort of retrieve a list of the sort of the matches played, and you just get a list of IDs, and I was having to sort of use those IDs then to sort of query each one, and that would sort of allow me to sort of pull back the stats for the sort of kills and the wins and losses and stuff like that. So yeah, with the sort of having to sort of make different calls and everything, I sort of found it wasn't too easy to it wasn't sort of an easy way of sort of automating that within the sort of the API tile. So I decided to sort of make use of a PowerShell script to sort of basically do all the heavy lifting for me and sort of automate that. So instead of just showing sort of fixed data, it's sort of constantly updating as I play.
Nice. So we have another video in the series where our colleague Josip came on to talk about a dashboard he built for Steam, which obviously like similar sort of theme. Steam's API is pretty flexible, and he was able to just with the Web API plugin make a call, get the data he needed, show it in a dashboard. What you're saying is, in some cases, you've had to make a call, then make another call based on the results of that. So like chaining some different requests together. So for that, you opted for PowerShell. I guess the platform has scripting built in. So for you, was it just like more comfortable with PowerShell over JavaScript kind of situation?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just sort of I thought I'd sort of go with what I was sort of familiar with. It's sort of a tool that I sort of tend to use sort of day to day. So it was sort of seemed the obvious choice to sort of get it all to sort of in the way that I wanted it to.
Nice. So just to really get into your PowerShell skill level, have you got any scripts that power this dashboard? Anything you could just walk us through quickly?
Yeah, sure. So yeah, so what I've done, I can actually show you the script I use for the sort of the KDA and the KDA average that I've got over here. Just bring that up. So yeah, we can sort of see whether so I've got the sort of the URL that we're making the call to at the top here. So sort of retrieve the match history, and as I said, that will just retrieve sort of return to me a list of IDs, and then basically what I've done is sort of just done a for each loop to sort of loop through sort of the list of IDs, and it will basically pick out the sort of the stats and the kills, deaths, and assists, and just update the variables I've just applied up here. And then what I was finding was where I was sort of making too many calls with sort of having separate scripts for sort of each of the sort of the tiles. I thought it'd be easier and sort of a bit more reliable to sort of combine them. So I've also just done the sort of the average here as well, for the sort of the KDA average tile, and that's just literally just sort of the kills and assists, and then sort of taken those, added them together, and divided them by the number of deaths, and just added that to my variable, and that all just basically just returns in an array and sends that back through the relay agent.
Nice. So that step at the end where you're adding those 3 new objects into your results, then returning it. That's literally just composing the data you want based on what the scripts return, calculating your average, and then just sending it all back up to SquaredUp. What does it actually look like when you're what does it look like when you're in the tile designer in SquaredUp? What does the data look like?
So yeah, so if we go into edit here, bring up the KDA, and we just go into the data here. So we've got the kills, deaths, and assists. Just see those are coming back as static numbers there. And I've chosen the sort of the donut tile to sort of help visualize those. And you can't actually see, but also I've just hidden in the script the average here. So basically just return that as a single figure to be used with the scalar visualization.
Nice. So all of these, the PowerShell plugin is currently only available to use through our relay, which is available through either a trial or one of our paid tiers. So you've got the relay installed somewhere. You've got some scripts on that machine, and when you load this dashboard, SquaredUp just calls the agent, and the scripts get run. The data gets returned, just like any other plugin would.
Exactly, that's correct. Yeah.
Awesome. Was there anything? I mean, I assume with all of this, as with most cases like this, you just sort of check the API docs, use your use of PowerShell to put your scripts together, and hey presto, dashboard, easy.
Yeah,
nice.
Pretty much. Yeah, I think the only sort of challenge was just making sure that I wasn't sort of making too many calls and sort of hitting the API sort of rate limits where getting a bit fed up with me making too many calls. So it was just the sort of challenge of getting that to sort of be a bit more reliable. But yeah, I think once we sort of had the scripts ready to go. It was really, really easy just to get it all sort of working and squared up.
Nice. I guess with using PowerShell, like an alternate, I think we've seen cases often like this, right, where free APIs in particular will rate limit you. I guess one of the big perks with using the PowerShell relay, you've got a server, so you could just be calling for this data, like let's say hourly or daily. You could be writing it to a file on disk, and all you then really need in SquaredUp is that script to read the data from a local cache, if you like, and send it up. That's pretty neat. Are there any other improvements you might make to this? Maybe correlating matches played based on the, like, combining it with the weather data to see if you play more when it's raining, or anything, any analytics cases you could think of for this?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good idea. I think I'm very interested in sort of the sort of professional play as well. So there is sort of a big sort of professional scene. But I'd have to sort of use a different API. But yeah, I'm sort of looking into if I can sort of maybe keep an eye on the sort of the stats for my sort of favorite team, and also sort of how they're performing in the league, and sort of some of the leaderboards and stuff like that as well.
Nice. I guess with the having the health on the server status, you could probably be using SquaredUp's notifications to be told if there's any servers go down, that kind of stuff. Yeah, awesome.
Exactly.
Well, I appreciate you joining us. I'll just go ahead and sort of wrap us up quickly. This dashboard and many others are featured on our dashboard gallery. We run the dashboard competition every now and again. Keep an eye on our sort of social channels to know if we're running another one. But you can head over to squaredup.com/dashboard gallery, where you can see all those other entries and read all about how they were built. See other videos linked like this one. And if you have any questions, Community Answers is a great place to ask those. Whether it's about SquaredUp or sort of monitoring data analytics in general, head over to community.squaredup.com, or log a support case with our lovely support team. And Elliot and his colleagues, I'm sure, will be very, very happy to help you. So yeah, thanks, Elliot, for joining us today. Hopefully we'll see some other cool dashboards coming from you in the near future. But yeah, that's it for today. So yeah, thanks. Goodbye.
Thanks, Adam.